Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital Museum. This is 2 Point Museum. That's the other one's a different game. Where, check this out. Our museum is absolutely killing it. The guests love us. 97% environment, 95% happiness. Absolutely killing it on buzz and knowledge, leading to, frankly, just an absurd amount of income. We are paying out a lot in staff wages, but it's almost entirely offset just by donations before you even get into like sales in the gift shop and whatnot. So things are going super, super well right now. Our next big thing is running an expedition out to the Space Gibbon circuit. And we have already called for that. It's just a matter of people actually getting over to the helicopter. I'm not sure why they thought it would be better to run out the front door and around. It feels like there's a pretty direct path. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. My staff sometimes they make questionable decisions, but the museum as a whole is working very well. Look at all the cheesemoongers we have. These guys are fascinated by galactic power cells. And they have to be more familiar with these things than we are, right? Like they're just kind of out there everywhere. I don't know. Right, another weird green flamingo has been produced. I guess I'll just kind of put this over here. We do have lots of people leveling up, and we are definitely behind on training. I don't know exactly what training I would want to give people. And the fact is, everybody's like really busy. We're running pretty tight, I think, on most of our jobs, which makes me reluctant to have anybody take any training time out. So for the moment, we're just waiting on this, waiting for them to come home with their winnings and unlock the next point of interest. And also, we have a conservation inspection coming up, and the Department of Culture wants to collaborate with us and loan us this impressionist statue of a face in a thing being held by... Yeah, I'm into it. You want to be near an info stand is your only thing. Is this near enough? It is. Okay, and I think that ought to be pretty safe. Is this camera stand? Yeah, it's not really doing the thing in an optimal fashion anymore. It'd be a little bit better if we put it down like this. Okay. So, if we do end up needing more rooms, obviously we're going to be pushing out this way. And I don't know that I want to like sink everybody through the corner. I think I want to open up intermediary space and have the walls go all the way out to the rooms go all the way out to the wall of the zone, maybe.
Security are operating in this area. It's a bit tense, isn't it?
I mean, the ideal is that people get directed through everything before they can leave, so they have the maximum opportunities to donate things to us, right? What a blast! You've shown you can handle anything the Simian system has to throw at you. Head to Gibbon Moon 3 and continue your investigation. Just remember, it's pretty extreme. Okay. So let's pop this open. We got a buzz and entertainment boost. I don't know why they bothered to model it that way, but it is pretty cool looking, in my opinion. Okay, get a janitor on that. So we need to find and activate moon junk, display a pristine Space Gibbon art exhibit, and provide 5 Space Gibbons with their dream visit. What kinds of things... Spend 200 days inside the museum? Seems like that's very common, and it seems like it's something that's happening quite naturally. These people value their time very differently than people in our world, apparently. Okay, so we're going to have to display a Space Gibbon artifact exhibit providing 2 knowledge. So we're going to have to do some grinding up of Space Gibbon stuff. This is just going to be perks and money no matter how we slice it. So let's head back to Gibbon Moon 1, I think. And let's see here. If we send somebody who can avoid that... The second person doesn't really have anything to contribute here. It's just kind of like, who wants to come along? Yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter very much. And then if we use a survey scanner, we can push almost all the way up to... Here we go. We can push all the way up to the level where we're more likely to get pristines with this one expedition.
Expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
And we're going to have to grind something up eventually, but I don't know that I want to grind up anything that we have right now. I guess our space teleporter is very low level. Did we start at... Not that, sorry, I'm trying to click on the things here. Okay, we did start at 1 knowledge on these instead of 0, as we were on some of the other space artifacts, so it should only take 1 analysis run.
Hi, I'm Haley Von Trowell, and this is Digging
The
Deeper,
fabricator keeps
the show about aliens, science,
fabricating stuff.
archaeology, and
Weird
even
stuff.
anomalies. Let's kick things off with a question
All right.
from Christian Nominomsky, who asks:
Our analysis
"Do
room has
stone
been
carvings depicting humans and carnivorous
explored.
dinosaurs cohabiting in caves suggest that these dinos were actually house pets rather than terrifying predators?" To answer your question, curly bags from Pebbly Frog Sanctuary. Professor.
Hello, Haley. It's an interesting question, but I'm personally not convinced by these paintings. I mean, can you imagine a fully grown Nibbledon squatting over a tray of sawdust when it needs to go? Me neither.
An enduring image, Professor. Thanks for your valuable insights. Now, time for a tune.
I'm trying to turn this. Okay, so this came out at 0 value, and it is a thing we don't have very much knowledge about yet. So let's go ahead and increase the knowledge being output by our existing square cells. Come on, bring back something really cool.
Pristine exhibits will receive the same.
She's talking about pristine exhibits as we open the crate. This feels like a good omen. And indeed, the space mower. Very intimidating.
Same treatment as everyone else. There's no escaping the crate.
Huh. There's no escaping the crate. I wonder... I might have to rearrange things a little bit. Because I think what I'm going to do is try to run that, just place that back here. So like this might end up getting moved over to there. How much space is this going to take up exactly? Yeah, the problem is it's the inspection plate part is on this side, right? So alright, what if we do that? We move this kind of forward into the middle of the walkway. And we put down a space mower right there. And at this point, we should definitely be running tours of this stuff, right? Average quality, epic. Totally epic. right, so that's one more thing checked off, and now we just need to be willing to grind something up. Ordinarily, obviously, I prefer to do that by having
Nations, out of the goodness of their
duplicates.
hearts, as well as any lingering.
I may as well check out Gibbon Moon 1 one more time, because there's still a piece of loot that we haven't gotten here. And we could get a duplicate instead, and that would be totally fine. Jackie Pulsaro, and we don't actually have a janitor with asteroid field experience, which is a little unfortunate. Alright, try to get yourselves a nice expedition. It's going to take a lot of time for these two to do the thing. And I think here we'll go ahead and send them with a first aid kit.
To our team departing on an expedition.
Try to avoid having to tuck anybody into the bandage box for several weeks. Alright, people are enjoying
Please excuse the exhibit.
enjoying the
that
stuff.
requires restoration. I'm pretending it's not there.
Have we assembled a grid of dangerous machines that we don't know anything
Analysis
about?
complete. Learn anything good?
I do worry. I worry a little bit that maybe we're going to discover that we have made an error here as the Earth is destroyed.
Were caught before they could escape with an exhibit. That was a close one.
Okay, I love to hear that thieves are getting caught. So, just bought a marketer. What do we want to do? I mean, obviously, space people. We just run a space campaign, right? Add buzz, increased chance of guests arriving. Well, you know what? Honestly, like, we don't need the guests that are here to be happier for the most part. I guess we just need more guests. Up to 5% to the museum, guest arrival rate. I think I just want a general museum campaign. We just want more bodies in total. Plan an elaborate marketing campaign.
Start
Get us paid.
training.
Even more so. And at this point, we are, I think, just kind of waiting on this stuff. We could plan the next rooms out, but I really don't know what the utility of that would be. There's enough space on enough stuff we haven't explored yet, I should say, on the space map that it's clear we're going to need more types of things than we currently have. I kind of can't believe that nobody has come out to deal with this yet.
Store exhibit. Thank you.
I guess my my experts are still kind of stretched thin. Yeah, it's maybe a problem to solve. Taste Woodwind, you're a good egg. Examine the scrap and then get your ass to work. Is it something cool? It was perk. What kind of perk? Doesn't actually want to tell me. It doesn't look like anything new. Maybe security signal boost. I think I don't remember seeing that one before. I don't know. For now, I think we're mostly in really good shape here. So we've discovered another thing. This space anomaly is currently not understood. So it's going to need circle, square, circle. Okay, and then at this point, I'm going to send somebody out. There's no place we can go that is solely space gibbons, but the quality of the things we saw here is pretty low. We can definitely pick this up at least, and then you know what? If we take Bert Pucker, we can take Jackie Pulsaro. Detailed, avoid, injury, and there you go. faster on the whole than an average expedition, and hopefully bringing us back
News
another
now of a
space gibbon thing that we can
terrifying
grind up.
A family holidaying in the Bone Belt Triangle, a hotspot for unexplained disappearances, was horrified after returning to their sun loungers
Do we
to
want
find their belongings had
to-
been swallowed by the thieving phenomenon.
I guess there's no reason to run the employee hallway any further up just yet. Okay, we did this thing. They're pretty happy about it. Still crushing the monthly profit. It's nice to build up a little security.
They'd seen the items disappear,
A little cushion for
but
when
were
things go wrong.
unavailable for further comment after driving off at speed in a family saloon while munching pungent snacks. That's a real head scratcher.
Museum security are watching for your
So
safety.
circles and
Feel
squares.
safe?
So right about here, basically.
Please join me in saying farewell to the expedition team. They may never come back.
It is unfortunately true that they might never come back.
Announcement. Stolen exhibit has been retrieved from thieves.
And then that was, this is the symbol that was on this. So that'll activate both of those, which should be pretty good. They're not actually opening up, though. An exhibit collector would like to visit the museum. They look forward to seeing our collection and attempting to buy something. I don't know that I would be willing to sell basically anything. Okay, so this one doesn't really open up. It just grinds. Oh, and this one is just... This one turns out to be a lavatory. Well, hold on now. What did you think? What did you think of your visit to the bathroom? Space toilet. Increased toilet comfort after using a lavatory. Laboratory increases. Okay. So just 11 days of intense toilet comfort. Can you imagine such a feeling? I feel neutral, I would say, generally, when I am on the toilet. But these people have found a way to relish it with gusto. And I can't say that I'm not a little bit envious.
Your experience is important to us, and not to me.
Alright, come on. Yep, a pristine space teleporter is pretty much exactly what I was hoping for.
The expedition team have returned. Survey complete.
So we'll send this to be analyzed.
Please welcome the collector to the museum.
Alright, and let's reroute the tour now, obviously. The space teleporter has to be part of it. It has to be the top. Okay, still not a massive tour full of lots of different stuff, but you get some pristine artifacts there. You get some thematic cohesion there. And also all this shit's happening. So I think I'm just going to let the analysis finish before I send people back out again. Because I want to get on our mission expedition as quickly as possible. And at the moment, if we just kind of sit here and don't do anything, the museum just like rakes in the money.
Analysis
Uh-oh.
complete. Our collective knowledge has
A frog-like language display. Huh. Sadly, we are now being targeted by the Boggymen. The good news is we don't have that many toilets.
announcement and exhibit.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was making sure would happen. The scorching hot secret of the Simian system. It's hard to hide a giant fireball, but the space gibbons are always extreme, even its secret keeping. Yeah, this does seem like a high difficulty secret. Alright, so... If we can't get people to level 20, there's a chance of immediate death. Well, I guess this is what the rank cheese is for, right? So we're going to need your survival skills. We are, of course, going to want some of Whamson Orbit Hog and his ridiculous tools. And then we need... I mean, aerodynamics doesn't actually help with this. We need a security guard. I need to hire another security guard, too. As things stand, our team rank is 13 right now, so we're actually not that far. Like, we can make 19 happen. We can almost make the 20 happen. I am going to go ahead and use the rank cheese because we must, sadly. Notice there's an injury here that can only be canceled by 2 levels of survival skill, which we could train onto Kea, honestly. For right now, though, we are definitely going to just go ahead and explore as best we can. We need somebody with surveying skills as well. I am going to hire for the museum another security guard. I think we need one. Sure. We'll go bean-brained. And then new guy needs to know how to work the cameras, because we have a real lack of people who can operate the cameras. And maybe that means we need another security guard beyond that because of donation collection and stuff, especially if we're sending guards out into the world. But I don't know. I think it looks...
Visit. Please don't mention us to your...
Yeah, I'm going to err on the side of caution here. Changed my mind. Miles Spanner, family-friendly thief detector.
Expedition team leaving for thorough investigation. They may be some time.
Do I want to just grab another expert? I suppose so. Like, we're having some problems, for sure. Leonard Sorallison is a bad egg. Just kind of annoys everybody. Okay. Hopefully that's got everybody happy and covered. I'm noticing the camera room is still not being worked. Oh, right, because we're training that skill. While we're training this skill, I could certainly use an expert who has the analysis skill. The collector enjoyed perusing the museum's collection and would like to make you an offer for your space car bed. They're willing to pay $6,000, while the exhibit's market value is $3,000. No, thank you. I rather like that exhibit. And our security guards did catch a thief at some point.
Return to a world of legend and lamb chops with even bigger stakes. The greengrocer grows.
My guess is they're going to keep piling on more devices out here, right?
Age-old enemies will meet again.
Hopefully the security guards are keeping an eye on the Boggymen, because I certainly am not. Got a shiny sticker about
coming eventually to the bungled
about Boggymen. I don't know where that was earned.
Where the games be happening.
Guests are prepared for certain levels of monotony, but they're not prepared for this.
I'm trying to keep an eye on people I think might be burglars from the toilets. I've already found their name. But there's so much population density, right? Like, how would you ever be able to tell?
Attention. Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
And our security guard team is doing the thing. They're maybe not stopping the environments from getting grabbed in the first place, but at least they catch the guy and bring the stuff back. That's worth something. Oh my god, this is a long expedition. And it's especially long because it doesn't really, doesn't feel like we have anything else to do. That is a full donation bin with no secondary donation bin in the area to handle the overflow. We just have people who are desperate to contribute, who cannot. And let me ask you, how is that fair to them? Okay. Hopefully that resolves that problem, but it does also make me think we maybe still need another security guard.
Guests struggling to find donation stands are asked to look harder. Or we could add more.
So we sent a security guard on this. We have one more than the minimum that we were running, and I think we just got some shaking there. I kind of do want to pull another, yeah, we'll pull another security guard. Alright, quarterly crime report. People are getting captured. The Department of Culture is pleased to inform you that one of our representatives will be visiting your museum to evaluate its collection of space exhibits. While your minds are going to be blown, wear a helmet so I don't have to clean up after you. Not I, obviously, my janitors. I would never be in such a position.
The expedition team have returned with an injury. Someone has a hurty leg.
Yeah, we knew that was likely. Alright, show me what they got. In fact, we got a couple of injuries here. Ah, and here we have, in fact, discovered the moon junk. Contributes an extra +1 knowledge. This is the thing.
Announcement.
Yeah, we just have to activate it. Okay, so the symbology on the moon junk is... Which things are those? It is just a normal square, and then also that thing. And also looks like a letter E, kind of. Oh, it's these two. Okay, so in theory, this is probably sufficient. Yeah, it's close enough to stuff. Whoa, the big guy's doing something. Now that's fun. Oh, I thought that was... I set that down thinking it was like a set of teeth, but it turned into a chair. I was not expecting it to be a chair. I probably have it set down backwards, that being the case. And here we are indeed, having earned 2 more stars. I've heard enough about the space gibbons of the Simian system to know that I have no interest in their fun-loving carefreedness. But I'm glad they proved themselves useful. Sort of glad. So we've unlocked some stuff, some space fruit salad. Sounds delicious.
An alien species known as the Space Gibbons have joined the efforts to understand the mystery at the county space museum. We know 2 things about the Space Gibbons. Firstly, that artifacts similar to the astral anomalies have also appeared on their home planet. And secondly, that they are very small.
Staff requires...
And probably extremely cute in their race car beds. Alright, so we've been promoted to Curator Class 5. We're doing it, everybody. Our museums can now get up to 4 stars. And our next goal is just to receive 3 more stars in total. I think what we might do is move on to one of the types that we have done little or nothing on and just stick there. Just earn 3 stars in another museum. Because I enjoyed the continuity here. So we got ourselves access to wall freezers and wall misters and stuff. Should make it a little bit easier to deal with those tricky things that require particular climates. We found some stuff. Okay, there's Frogborn here. Greetings, I am Tad Leapwell of the Ribbetonia Leapwells, Grand Galactic Envoy to the Queen of the Frogborn, 3rd Count of the Giant Red Marsh. You don't need to remember all that, even I write it down. I'm here because several strange artifacts have been spotted around Ribbetonia, but our finest scholars were unable to make sense of them. We believe you've already started unraveling their mystery, and we'd like to help. We are an ancient people with lots of spare reading time. Our great library is the size of the town you call Smogly. Am I pronouncing that right? Smogly. Well, the Frogborn will visit your museum, but they'll expect to see a great many amazing things. And do please visit any time, won't you? Okay. Hold on a second. Everybody's freaking out. So yeah, I did think that this was gonna open the other side. I am gonna turn it slightly. That right there. Okay, everything's still lit up. And then, you know, this tour is actually a little bit behind because we haven't included this or this. So the blending gears belong up one more. Okay, that's a nice natural path. Yeah, overall, I think that's pretty good. Our length is starting to get a little extreme. Guess we won't enjoy a tour route that's too long, but the amount of buzz is really, really excellent. So let's go ahead and confirm that. Pretty happy with that tour design. And like, here's the thing. So we lit up the third signal on this. We could just push on and do this Ribbetonia story. Attract 20 Frogborn guests through marketing, etc. But they're not going to let us get to the end of this anyway. So we're going to have to take a break from this story to run our other museums. And why not just do it now? When we come back, we can knock out the... we'll wait until we have access to 5-star museums before we return. And then we'll knock out 4 and 5 here in one go. So, that being the case... what do we want to do? This is adorable. These little, these little extras that get hung around the map describing things about the museums. So I am noticing there are 2 museums that we haven't even started on. The Pointy Mountains. Take some travel tips from the Yetis and expand your search for the missing curator. And what is this one? Passwater Cove. Starting a marine life collection. We definitely have some nodes on some of our maps that want marine life already, right? There were the things we saw on the prehistoric map. So I guess we should probably get to work on this at some point. There is also, of course, the Bungle Wasteland. We could jam 3 more stars into this one if we wanted. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a little bit of a think on the subject. And I'll just be right back. From your perspective, I'll just be right back. All right. Well, you know what? I think I've come to a decision here. I was clicking around, and I looked at this Pointy Mountains again and realized, despite the fact that the picture's up here, this is not actually available to us. We need to get to the next curator class in order to do this. So then that really just makes it a choice between if we want to do them all at once, earning 3 stars in the science area or 3 stars in the area we haven't touched yet. And you know, I'd like to open the new museum. I think let's just go ahead here, featuring water. What an odd note. Did you know the Marine Museum is going to have water in it? That's crazy. So we're going to start a marine life collection here, and then maybe also video games.
Subjects we discuss in depth across the county, the planet, and the universe, our understanding of the sea is still remarkably shallow. Our limited knowledge means there's very little public interest in the oceans, but with such low enthusiasm, the county won't fund the infrastructure to learn anything new. Something has to give, or stay the same indefinitely, I suppose.
Okay, but what if the thing that gives is the museum going public, right? Alright, welcome to Passwater. Things may have dried up lately, but for centuries this seaside town served as the bridge between the terrestrial world and the aquatic not-land of Wetlantis. Now today, most people have never even heard of Wetlantis. The county lost interest in the oceans, and nobody's seen a Wetlantian in a dozen generations. For now, you're left with the legend, some ruins, and a sea full of fish. Hire a marine life expert and see if you can improve the place. Sorry, place, I guess this is going to be this is a nautical pun of some kind. I'm looking it up. Is it a kind of fish? Is it a kind of... It's a common name for a group of flatfish. Well, there you go then. I wonder if that's more common in Britain, because I've never heard a person say that in America. Okay, this is interesting. They like cut off the area where the assistants take over the queue. I wonder why they bothered. It doesn't seem necessary. We've never had people run behind and interfere with the people taking tickets. Okay, Terry Hogwash seems like a winner. Just wanted to pause to make sure we weren't losing people here. So what if we started with? We've got a coral coronet and a suit of armor of some kind, a wetsuit of armor, a suit of, one assumes, Wetlantian armor. Let's get some more basic people in here. So fish whispering passively increases fish stats while inside aquarium. Okay, these two are identical, except one of them is named Cat Fish Stick. So that feels like a winner to me. And we're gonna have a hard time collecting $150 or $250 from donations without any donation stands. Can I put this? No. The way they've built these things, it is impossible to get one donation stand to cover them both, which is crazy. Let's fix this. I'm gonna departition these walls just a little bit. What a weird way to build this thing. Okay. I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's also just like random space in the middle of the room.
Announcement. You break it, you buy it.
Okay, where's my helicopter? I know we have one, I saw it. Let's have a look at the marine life map. So the Netherworld is marked here. Apparently we have a new POI. The Netherworld? Ah, this is a special seasonal thing. Oh, because it's autumn now. Okay. Most of the Netherworld's witches gather in this corner of the region to distance themselves from the groaning masses and focus on their crafts. Okay. We have to sell stuff at the onesie stand and make the goths happy. Two things that I always try to do. I find it's sort of good general life goals. We've also unlocked the Afterlife Academy that we will worry about later. That's the Digiverse. Do we not? We don't have access to an actual nautical map right now. But we do have some marine life stuff available on this map, if I remember correctly. Okay, this requires a marine life expert of level 8, so that's something we're gonna have to work toward, obviously. And we're actually like hard dead-ended everywhere else. I don't remember any of these actually saying that they give fish, just that like that's the direction we were kind of headed in. So I don't know, maybe we have to wait until we get our star. Or until we finish this first little bit here. In any case, of course, we will not be able to collect anything from donations, no matter how many donations we are given, if we don't throw in, yeah, sure, Montgomery Mojo, the security guard. And then also I'm sure we're gonna need a janitor at some point. Item maintenance, upgrade and perk installation proficiency. I think I would probably prefer over that to take on somebody who just doesn't have a role yet, because or somebody who doesn't have any training yet, so that we can train them on workshop. Speaking of which, let's build some rooms here. We can build a small training room right into here. Place the door there. I cannot place the door there? Why can't I place the door there? That's strange. It says invalid collision, but there isn't anything that I can see. It lights up that partition wall. All right, I'll put a door over here. Oh my god. Okay, I'll put a door over here for right now. I think that's probably wrong and fixable. That's my feeling. So we're just gonna put this stuff down right here. Call that good. And now that that's like that, now that we've settled this down. All right, hold on just a second there, Rustina Fishman. Let us edit the. It's editing the room to place a door, right? Yeah. Now we can place a door here, and as such, we can remove this door. There we go. Because the people don't. The general public does not need to be able to access this. Okay. And that means with that no longer being where the door is, we can throw another training desk in and be able to train 2 people at once. And also, if I move the book pickup all the way over, then you know what that means. There's room for a garbage can, and you know how I feel about that. I'm going to put in a blacksmithing garbage can. Critically important stuff. Can I get like something to put on the wall? Yeah, training power. Just something that we can put on a surface because we're so close to decoration 2. Training award, training certificate. These all give the same boost, and this other stuff doesn't boost. So, what if we slap a training certificate up here? Bam. Oh, that training certificate's blocked. It's ineffective in its current position. Nobody could walk over and look at it when it was back there. All right. Ahoy there. I'm Rustina Fishman, and if you want to catch fish, I'm the person you should ask about that. There's not a person atop this county that knows the 2 Points Sea better than me. The mer people of Atlantis, maybe, but they're a long way underwater. Old Rustina's the best you've got, and if you want my advice, well, before you start catching fish, you'll need to build an aquarium. I suppose that makes sense. Oh, home and wet. Fish need to be displayed in aquariums. Guests will view an aquarium and all the exhibits living there as a single display. Guests will gain buzz for all the fish inside. Aquariums need water filters. The more fish, the more water filters required. An aquarium with insufficient filters will negatively impact the health of the fish inside. Okay, well, I reckon we ought to start in the corner, yeah? Although, I suppose we have this sort of like natural corner here. Maybe we could build like a small aquarium to start with, and then a second larger aquarium over here once we know what the hell we're doing. As is usually the case, we've started actually with quite a lot of money. Yeah, let's just build like a starter aquarium here. So this has got to be at least 4x3. This is the absolute minimum size. Do I want it to be the absolute minimum size? I guess so. It's the training aquarium. Okay, it needs a door. I guess we'll put that away from the guests. It needs a water filter, which is also a thing that feels like the guests don't need to be right on top of. There we go. You can see the aquarium from the entrance without actually paying for a ticket. Maybe that's not wise, but whatever. Here we are. Nobody ever shows up to our museums to gawk at the stuff in the lobby and then just leave. And hopefully that will remain true. The tepid tides of Hogsport Peninsula should be a perfect spot for your first dip into marine life. Okay, so yeah, now we've unlocked the map for this exhibition type. Those, yep, those are clownfish. I mean, it makes sense. So how do we access the rest of these? We need an aquarium with 60 buzz and buzz bonuses on 2 tropical fish. 4 temperate fish, a tropical aquarium. Okay. So that's 2 different aquarium at least. Well, let's go ahead and send our 1 expert out here. It looks like we're basically guaranteed to take an injury. Or sorry, this one's not an injury. I was gonna say if there's 2 injuries, it's pretty hard to wave off. But okay, we can cancel one of those. We can put perfect catch on the thing here, and then with a detailed expedition and perfect catch, we should get a pretty damn good fish out of all this. And we should also probably hire another person so that we have an expert in the museum even while this stuff is happening. So here's a question. How much extra space can I grab out here? Like if I wanted to, say, edit the building. Where is the edge of the buildable area? Okay, it's this white line. So what I'm thinking is, because they've already built us this hallway, I sort of want to take advantage of the space behind it. Also, we can build out to here. So we could do like... Yeah, we could do some stuff. I'm gonna take over all of this space at the very least. Alright, so this is gonna be our workshop, 4x4. Perfect fit. So we're gonna have to place it. We're going to leave an opening. I was kind of hoping to be able to put the door at the end of this hallway and have a 3 tall area for the rest of stuff, but I guess that's not how that's going to work. All right. Bonus workshop power. Very important. We love extra power in the workshop. And then you're going to need, a place to do some wall calculations, obviously. And then a garbage can. And also a parts bin. That's obvious. Obviously, you're going to... Some things don't just go in the trash, right? All right. Decoration level 4. Look at that. Who's ever been happier? So we still have 2 spaces here. Meaning we can set in a little staff room. Right? Do I want to stretch it? I mean, the thing is, I really don't have a good idea of like how much space a staff room really needs per like unit of employment. It's like how many people will we see them overwhelming the capacity of this room? No clue at all. But we're gonna start here. So put that down. We'll give them, food and water cooler and whatnot. Obviously, we will need a bandage box. Can I move the couch all the way to the corner, or does it make the bandage box inaccessible? No, we can do that. Okay, that means we can put in a little staff. No, we can't. I can't quite put in a little staff desk. It's just barely not enough space. I could, though, if I were to move the water cooler over to here. Using the staff desk apparently gives you XP. I did not realize that before. I just had them playing with it because I put it in there because it looked neat. But that's cool. A place to passively generate some XP. And then, of course, just enough room. Oh, you're kidding me. I can't put it down. Like, I need it to be halfway between these 2 ticks. Well, the garbage can will have to be out in the hallway. The garbage can will have to be out. Where'd the garbage cans go? I have too many objects now. There we go. And then this, we can put like a staff bathroom back here. Because we cannot put a what's it called? The analysis room, which we will need, I'm sure, eventually. But like a staff bathroom is not a bad idea. Although maybe the staff bathroom should be, because we're gonna have to have a second backstage area no matter what. So maybe the staff bathroom goes somewhere else and we put like the camera room here. We'll need another one anyway. Let's just go ahead and do this. Okay. I think I would rather have the door be on this side. Somewhat arbitrarily. Okay. Lots of places for people to go to the bathroom. I'll bounce the sinks over slightly. And that way, first of all, we can have a sink for each toilet, and we can have a... There needs to be a garbage can in the bathroom. We can't have that one be in the hallway. Okay. There we go. Now we got some basic employee needs covered. We don't have a bathroom for the guests. Probably a thing worth solving.
Only on 2-point radio. Today I got some tips
how much
for
bathroom do we
lying
want
low
for the
and blending
guests?
in. Why don't you make yourself scarce during this next song?
Let's start here. This is like an easy to expand size,
They're welcome.
which I like.
Some of you are getting awfully close. Thank you.
Okay, don't know why I would want that one to be placed in a different alignment than the one before it. Very annoying supposition on the game's part. Like, doesn't it make more sense if they're all sort of the same? All right. Put that down, and now we'll put the sinks and stuff in. I just wanted to make sure it was available. Probably not a great idea for the guests not to have a place to pee. My suspicion is that ends up turning out badly. Actually, I think I'm going to change how I've got this set up. Yeah, let's have the crossing hallway be on this side. And then that leaves lots of room for other things, other objects, decorations, if we feel like. Perhaps a speaker. Speakers in the bathroom don't really make a ton of sense.
Should educate themselves somehow.
Please wash hands. That's my feeling. You should do it. There we go. Level of decoration. Okay. This is a technically functional museum. You can go here and see things. Oh, are these? Oh, these are exhibits. They're just out in the open. Al fresco must be placed outside. There is no donation bin for these. Oh, is it just one exhibit? Are both the legs the same piece? They are. Okay. Remarkably large, considering how much is missing. Yeah, I did not even realize that this was a piece unto itself. Okay, we can work with this. I didn't realize you could name stuff. Hold on, let's get the crate and then we'll see what's up. What kind of incredible thing have we discovered? Okay. Well, it's a clownfish. I kind of feel like we knew that was going to happen. So it needs to live in temperate waters. It needs flake food, and it's mortal. Like most fish, it's mortal. Let's go ahead and throw it in the thing.
Sarcasm is purely coincidental.
Bam, fished. There they are, your very first fish. You'll always remember your first catch, but they'll be a memory sooner than later if you don't put some food in their aquarium. Different kinds of fish require different kinds of food. Yep. This fish eats fish flakes. Let's make that happen. What a wonderful thing for me to all of a sudden be able to buy. Here. Also, we got to decorate the aquarium, because obviously. And we need to make sure that it's the right temperature, which I guess maybe it is. I was a little worried because there was a warning on the fish even after we had put in the food thing, but now it seems cool. Wow, that aquarium log is huge for a very small amount of bonus there. Bonus buzz. Alright, so does the fish itself Okay, it does. It wants any aquarium coral in its little enclosure. Alright, well, first things first, let's get another expedition running. We're gonna need more fish. Fairly sure of that. You survey things slightly more quickly. Yeah, just get out there and do the thing.
Feel like you have to make a donation, but you don't. It just feels that way.
I really wish that the PA lady would not discourage people from making donations. That feels backwards. Marine life. So do we have... Here we go. The truth about coral. It's great. This is not the kind of... Oh, this is like a coral structure that gets placed outside. Okay, and it doesn't affect... Interesting. So I need to use this to have the specific kinds of things that we put in the pool. All right, interesting that this, in addition to being a decoration, increases the filter power. Yeah, some of the plants, some of the decorations help out with the filter. That's neat. This big aquarium plant can go over here. And probably like put some seagrass kind of scattered all over the place, right? This is non-obstructive.
Not be a quiz
And
after
then...
the visit, but we can't account for your family and friends. Focus.
Okay, there we go. That's a reasonably well-decorated aquarium, I think. I've decided we should, for sure, get an info stand up that has things to say about the kind of fish that this is. And also, this bin can probably be placed... right now, it cannot be placed in a position where it can satisfy everything. That's fine. We'll just put in a second bin over here that will be the aquarium bin. Hi. Ace Shark Tank, just showing up in your own wetsuit, which I hope you don't think you're going to get to use here today.
Now for some of those survival tips I promised. If you're ever in a sticky situation, this move is sure to...
Alright, let's see something cool. But like different, maybe. A cool but different fish. There you go, a floating fish. Unlike other fish, this fish can float. Same temperature, same food source. Okay, good. Protects themselves from being eaten with a hard or pointy perimeter. Oh, we're gonna have like predator and prey issues, I guess. Okay, relies on a single universal coping mechanism. Well, let's just go ahead and throw you in here.
What you wanna
It's
do
already
is
very
point to a
decorated.
little distance,
Just
then
wants to be near
direct
any
of your
plants.
choosing, and shout, "Look, a bear!" You see, they're gonna start turning, looking around, saying, "Hey, where's this bear?"
Now I need a gift shop.
Meanwhile, you fled the scene.
How do I want
Works
to... This
every time.
the way they've designed this... I'm taking out... Okay, I'm going to take out this door.
No? Well, it was worth a try.
And then we're gonna rearrange this whole situation. This is terrible. Okay, you know what? Let me put this door on this side of the room instead. And then we're gonna reclaim this space and we're gonna do our standard gift shop in front of the entrance thing. But I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this. Like, I'm assuming this space up here on the plateau is not available to us to build in, right? Yeah, no, we got a hard outline over here. So, if this is where the exit is, then it does pose some problems. I suppose we can run a hallway around the gift shop and maybe just have entrances on like both of the opposite walls. Yeah, it's gonna be a little weird. I will get that resolved. I'm not going to, I think, do it on camera. I think here's what we're gonna do. We're going to throw the next exhibition up there. Set up, marine life expert, Keep sending you out because you're doing wonderful work. Take a first aid kit so you don't come back with whatever. Okay, a broken face. Interesting that that's all a hull breach would do. And then, yeah, I need to do a little bit of like aggressive remodeling here, and I think we're pretty close to time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call the episode there. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. And when you come back next time, we are going to be in a slightly different position here. I will have redesigned this bit of our museum. Yeah. And there's exhibits outside. They'll be just post gift shop exhibits. I don't know how I want to manage this whole thing, but we're going to get there one step at a time. So come back to see the next one, and we'll see you then.